Well, Abdulla Al-Etaibi is an assistant professor at Qatar University's International Affairs Department and joins us live now from Doha. Thank you very much for your time this evening. Now, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, as we were saying there, has talked about Iran's missile capability. He's claiming down by around 90%. But it doesn't take that many drones, as we've been seeing, to continue to cause huge disruption that closes airspace within the Gulf country states, cause uncertainty, create instability. So just how worried are the Gulf states right now about further escalation near their territory, despite these claims from Pete Hegseth?
Hello, first of all, thank you for having me. I mean, yes, what we are witnessing at the moment is a sustained actions by Iran by firing some projectiles. They are trying to disrupt stability in the GCC countries, the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, and this is quite clear. What they are doing, the Iranians at the moment, they are targeting countries that are not involved in this war. They are actually the countries that tried their best to prevent the war in the first place. And this is really quite important. At the moment, we know that this is not a regional war anymore. Cannot be contained within the region. This goes beyond. This is a war on global interests and on global stability. We see the LNG, the liquefied natural gas, had a massive hit where Qatar Energy decided to halt the production due to Iranian attacks. This goes to 20% of LNG trade that Qatar actually no more contributing. So this is major. Also, the 30% of the global oil, crude oil, is very important coming from the region. Also, we can't forget talking about the Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz is basically too important for the world to be a battlefield. And what is happening at the moment is quite chaotic and out of this mind, because it's crazy how Iranians are trying to weaponize every single thing. So I think, back to your question, Rhiannon, it's quite chaotic at the moment. We see the Iranians trying to widening the scope of their attacks, more countries on the list now, and this is not giving any hope for diplomacy.
You talk there of Iran weaponizing almost everything. We now know that not only is it targeting energy infrastructure, but there's this economic disruption too, with banks being targeted. Talk to us a little bit about what effect that's having, and are operations being shut down already?
Well, Rhiannon, it's quite important to look at what the Iranians are really targeting. They claiming all the time that they are targeting the American interests in the region, while what they are actually targeting is critical infrastructure here in the region. They are causing a lot of disruption when it comes to not only energy, but when it comes to ports, airports as well. It's quite dangerous, and it's quite crazy and madness, basically, because these are part of this is like innocent places, innocent and includes a lot of innocent people. So targeting them is actually jeopardizing their lives, jeopardizing the future of the region as well. So the disruption, there's big disruption here comes to energy in the first place, but also in other sectors. We talk about aviation, and here is a transit hub. The region is very key for the world for this reason. We see Qatar Airways now having limited flights, Emirates as well, and other airlines which are important for the region. This is quite significant. So that's actually causing a lot of disruption globally more than regionally.
You mentioned a moment ago, Abdullah, the delicate balancing act the Gulf states are having to strike right now. Where does Qatar specifically stand on this conflict at the moment? Because it was, until very recently, insisting diplomacy was the only solution. Is that still where it stands here?
Well, first of all, as Qatar's Prime Minister mentioned, Qatar is a very peaceful country. Qatar's foreign policy is built on diplomacy, mediation, stability, reliability, and these are qualities we're really missing in the region, and we need them more in the region and the world. And this is quite significant. Since day one of the battle of statements between Iran and the US, Qatar mentioned multiple times that dialogue is the resort to settle down any differences, any conflicts. And I think Qatar is still stick to its principle of being a peaceful country and just pushing more for dialogue. However, Qatar would not and will not handle or accept any Iranian attacks that's actually jeopardizing and crossing the red lines of disrespecting the sovereignty of the state of Qatar. And we saw that how the defenses here in Qatar are very efficient, and they showed a lot of strength and vigilance in how they handling all the Iranian attacks, the missiles and the drones, and also even the fighting jets. However, Qatar still believes that diplomacy is the way, dialogue is the way, and there need to be a stop to these Iranian attacks first, for the region to move forward with opening channels of diplomacy between the US and Iran.
Abdulla, really appreciate your time and your thoughts. Thank you very much for speaking to us here at TRT World.